I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Penny?
Councilmember Watkins,
Here.
Councilmember Earl,
Here.
Mayor Reinhardt,
Present.
Vice Mayor Johannes.
Here.
And Councilmember Contan.
Present. Okay, public comments.
Joe Mahaffa, I'm on the zoning board here. Several months ago, Karen, that owns a tech service, had to get her building rezoned because it was residential, and the city charged her $600 for doing that, and it's been like that for 45 years, and I think the city council needs to really look into this and reimburse her. It was a no fault of her own, she bought the building, and it was a resident, or a commercial building, and she's the third or fourth business in there. And so I think the city council really needs to look at this and reconsider and probably give her a refund on the $600 for trying to do the right thing, not being punished for it, because that should have been caught. Building was built 45 years ago, should have been caught before 2025. So, all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, Commissioner Rick Hollister, just a little preview of what the commissioners of Branch County are going to be working on this year. We kind of set 4 or 5 goals. Number one is continue to emphasize safety with our sheriff and his team in the county. We have brought 911 up to full staff. We intend to keep it that way. I think our sheriff will tell you he's fully staffed, 24-hour patrols, those kind of things. Safety is our number one concern at this point. We continue to work on our Bay Road property. There's 160 acres out there that we're not sure what we want to do with it. We're looking at a couple of different plans, including a forestry project, partnering with Michigan State University to make that into a bit of a land lab. Other than that, I know our administrator continues after 1 year in to build his team over there. I think it's coalescing very well. I think that's also a focus for this year, is to continue to team build in our county employees and make sure they're felt needed and wanted, and make sure they're also accountable for their position in county government. So, as we all should be. So I think that's most of it. We are going to need a new judge, as O'Brady resigned. We have fill-in judges that are actually in court, started last week, from retired judge from Grand Rapids that's filling in for the moment. So we're looking for an appointment from the governor. It's her position to fill until the election in November, which will start. Actually, the election will start. The term will start then in January 1st. So the renovations are basically done. We're having some electrical and technology issues in our new courtrooms. Probate's good. The circuit and district courts are both open and running. We lack some furniture, and we're having some electrical issues. Other than that, fairly minor to get tied up. So the courthouse, top to bottom, is pretty much done. Resealed, recaulked, repainted, new carpet, and we've done all that. It wasn't during my term, but we've done most of that, without taking on any debt, and working on upgrading, especially the technology stuff in the courthouse over there. So I think that's the majority of it.
Any update on timing on when she may appoint a judge?
No. Haven't heard word from that side of the bench. No, nothing. No.
I don't think she will.
Probably not.
No?
No, the filing deadline's in April, and the election's in November. So if she does appoint someone, obviously it's probably gonna be on her side of the aisle. So I don't see that person getting elected in November. And if she does, then that person's gonna, if they're a practicing attorney now, they're gonna have to close their office. They can't have them do any business outside of the court. So it's my opinion, she won't appoint anyone and wait till November for the election, or at least until April to make sure someone files. So, but you never know.
Makes sense.
Never know.
Makes sense.
Thank you, Rick.
Yes.
You were done.
Well, yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I got the nod from Bill, yes.
Oh, no, if you had more,
But
he
if
had
you
asked you a question, so. Okay. Mr. Blankenship?
Hi, I just want to give you guys some updates and some stats from 25. On the jail side, we booked in 1,287 people. The roadside, we made 495 arrests last year. Our jail population for the year was an average of 99 people. We handled 851 jail incidents inside the jail. And Macomb inmates, we housed Macomb inmates starting in April of last year. And with that, we brought in over $400,000 for the general fund for the county. So in 25, you guys know we started 24-hour road patrol back in April as well. We got body cameras for the jail, for the road, and in-car cameras for the road. We received a lot of grant money from a lot of townships. We were able to buy a new boat from Marine Patrol, new handguns, new tasers, and we started a sheriff app that hopefully you guys remember. 26, we're looking at AEDs for the road patrol. We bought 4 last year, but what we're looking at is to get 14 more, and that'll give 1 in each patrol car. With the way life care response times are, we're hoping we can do a little bit more out there. Another big thing is training. We have a lot of young staff, so the only way to get them experience or trainings to get them up to speed and make sure they know what they're doing out there. So, and at 26, the pay increases started this January, so hopefully we're able to retain some people. We are at full staff. We have 2 on FTO right now. Well, technically 3. We brought another guy in from St. Joe County, but he won't take too long to get on his own. But we have 2 that freshly graduate for the academy in the middle of December, so they should be ready to go in April. So the roadside will be fully staffed. The jail's fully staffed right now. Talking about Bronson City and what we did here, we took 306 calls in Bronson last year. 101 of those were assisting either the fire department or Bronson PD. And we're looking to continue that. We've been filling in when, I know you guys are short-staffed over here, so we're doing what we can do to help out. So that's about it, unless you have any questions at all.
Just say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
your help. Any more public comments?
Hey,
Consent agenda.
I do have the October minutes in there. I don't know, for some reason I didn't make it in the packet, I don't believe, so just reapprove those. Nothing else to add.
Questions?
no questions. I'll make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as presented.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, new business. Brandon?
Thank you, Mayor Reinhardt. Ordinance number 222, amendment number 2, the golf cart and UTV ordinance. In response to feedback from council at the December meeting, staff has updated the proposed golf cart and UTV ordinance. The revised version includes 2 key changes. First, it permits crossings on US 12, at US 12, at any intersection. And the current one limits it to traffic signals. They're still prohibited on US 12. Second, it changes the hours of operation from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. This supersedes previous language limiting operation to 1 hour after sunrise and 1 hour before sunset. Any questions on our changes?
That motion?
I'd like to give my views on this.
Yep.
I'm totally against making any changes on this period. We made an ordinance, I thought it was well thought out, few people didn't like it. So now we're changing the ordinance to amend for them. What's gonna happen, we have a really important ordinance here, and you have 10 people that come in and complain. Are you gonna change every ordinance from here on out to appease a few people? I just think it's totally wrong that we're doing this for just a few people. So I'm totally against it. And I truly believe it's not as safe to cross wherever you want to cross. Yeah, bicycles can, pedestrians can, and they've been hit. Just remember, when somebody hits a golf cart, the UTVs aren't so bad. They got a roll cage. They built better. But all there is fiberglass and a little tubing. And I only hope you don't have to see the aftermath that I will. All I have to say.
Any more questions or comments on that? Do they have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
Okay. Trash and recycling contract, Brandon?
Thank you, Mayor Reinhardt. On December 2nd, the city opened bid responses to the curbside trash and recycling contract, request for proposals. The current contract with Republic expires March 1st. The city received 3 bids from Republic Services, Washlers, and Louder Waste Management. Washler Inc. is out of Garrett, Indiana, and was the lowest bidder. A contract with any of these providers would have to be an exclusive contract, meaning no other trash provider can be used in the city limits. This does not mean that every property has to have trash service. It means anyone with trash service in the city must use the city contract. No company submitted a bid for a non-exclusive contract. As you can see from the chart in your packet, Washler was less expensive for a 5-year contract with every customer recycling. They also provided a 3- and 5-year contract, with 5 years being the best pricing. Continuing to include recycling services for all residents provides the best value to our residents. If we switch to Washler with recycling included for everyone, it's a much smaller increase of 3.52% compared to our current rates. Switching will be a challenging transition. Staying with Republic would mean almost a 16% increase for our customers. Switching to a recycling program where only those that want recycling pay for it would mean almost a 20% increase for customers that want recycling, and would also make billing and administering the program a lot more difficult. Despite the small increase, we're pleased with the bid results, as we were expecting a 20 to 30% increase. And that is what Republic initially told us to expect before we bid it out. Municipal waste collection services are included or built into the price in your packet. Bulk items would remain $15 per item. Actually, we're currently paying $25 for appliances, as long as they don't have Freon, so this would be a better deal for our customers in that regard. Annual increases for years 2 through 5 average to be about 3.19% per year. At the end of year 4 of this contract, it will still be less than year 1 of the proposed Republic bid. So if the city was to switch to Washler, here are some key changes compared to our current provider. Trash and recycling days would move to Wednesday instead of Tuesday. Recycling would be every other Wednesday. Bulk pickup would take place every other Wednesday, opposite of recycling week. As I mentioned, all bulk items would be $15 per item. Staff spoke with the town of Orland and Fremont, who currently uses Washler, and we were given very excellent references, and they really couldn't say enough good about Washler. Orland, I believe it's tonight, is renewing a 5-year contract with them. Washler carts would be delivered the last week of February, and the first pickup with Washler would be March 3rd. If council decides to move forward with Washler, an ordinance will be drafted for your review at the next council meeting to provide for a single hauler and exclusive in the city limits, along with the proposed contract language. Jeff Washler is here tonight. If you have questions for him, or if you'd like to have him address council on what they have to offer.
The only question I have, and it's just because it's starting to affect me, and I'm sure we have other residents in the city. This is a weekly thing that we have. Is there anything, for instance, I mean, there's only 2 of us in my house right now. I mean, I don't have a full trash service every week, nor do I have recycling every other week. Is there anything, or it may be even too complicated, I don't know, because of the cost or whatever, to, you know, is it every 2 weeks for trash, every, once a month for recycling? Is that anything that can be considered or anything, just because of the, smaller households, I guess?
It gets to be real hairy trying to manage that.
I assumed it probably was, but I would ask.
When you have a city, you need everything in there to be as simple as possible and as even as possible. To start giving options like that to the city is actually gonna start to get a little bit more costly, because now we've got to manage it. This one is a little bit of a challenge that we're not gonna be used to, is the fact that not everybody is going to be on with us.
Oh, okay.
Since they can sign up or elect not to have trash service. But if out in the countryside, if you lived outside of the city limits, and you contracted with us to haul your trash, we call it a subscription service. We have those available, but it's a different animal when you're working outside of town. Most of the time we go through here, if it's a Washler can out, it's gonna get picked up. Our tablets run on what we call residential mode, as long as the truck stops for 15 seconds within a geographical footprint where that can is supposed to be, is gonna automatically check it off on our tablet for us. That can change by if you just put the can on the opposite side of the driveway, we may not check it off. Trying to keep track of every other week, so what week they're on and what week they're off, it's just gonna be, by the time we do it, you're gonna be paying more. If you're out in the countryside, you're gonna see prices twice what we're bidding in town. You don't have the density.
No, I just thought I'd mention it. Thank you.
Any more questions? I've heard nothing but positive reviews from customers, so. I'm glad you called the 2 towns you did. I think if our towns done good, but Waterloo would have been a great one. They just renewed with us. We were the 3rd lowest bidder. There's 2 bidders lower than us. We got beat out by $2.17 to the lowest bidder. And that $2.17 a month wasn't worth giving up the service they've been getting from us. That was a bit of a surprise. I thought 217 was gonna speak a lot louder than it did, but they were happy to keep us on. I have a motion.
I make a motion.
Motion to approve the contract, right?
Make a motion to approve trash and recycling contract.
We'll bring you a contract.
Okay.
And an ordinance. But if that's the direction you want to go, so we get a motion that that's the direction.
They can vote on it,
No, not until next month, right?
I'll make a motion that we move in the direction with the contract with Washington. I think that's what you're asking for.
Oh, okay.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? All right. Authorize city clerk treasurer as signatory on the city bank accounts. Brandon?
Thank you, Mayor Reinhardt. City council needs to authorize Penny Merrill George to be the new signer on all bank accounts as the new clerk treasurer, and remove former city clerk treasurer Tricia Rezepka on all accounts. So yeah, I'd like to introduce Penny Merrill George, our new clerk treasurer. She started on the 22nd of December, so she's getting caught up to speed. She comes to us from the private sector. But she,
Thanks for coming, guys.
I got an ice cream thing to get to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
yeah, so she's been getting caught up to speed and need to be able to take care of the bank accounts. Looking for approval for that. Welcome to Penny.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to looking and seeing.
We'll see if you say that every day.
So do I have a motion?
Eric,
I make a motion to authorize city clerk treasurer's signature on city bank accounts.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, board and commission appointments, resolution number 1-1-26, Brandon.
Thank you, Mayor Reinhardt. This resolution reappoints board members with expiring terms and appoints new members to fill vacant seats. Shonda Gordon is being appointed to the Downtown Development Authority. Leslie Huffman is being appointed to the Housing Commission. Terry Kabashik and Jim Mahampa are being appointed to the Compensation Committee. All other positions are reappointments. There's one other one we'll have to take back to you next month. Where was that again?
Board review next
Board
month.
review. We'll have that for you before they meet in March.
Questions? Got a motion?
I think we should leave accepted as presented.
Second?
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? All right. City staff comments. Go.
I'd like to apologize for being late. Just had a personal issue at home, so I got that taken care of, made it. I knew Jerry couldn't be here, so I really wanted to be here. The month of December was rather slow, a lot of snow, cold, blowing. Temperatures made it slick quite a bit. We did a lot of salting. Did a lot of maintenance and repair on the leaf equipment. We got a fair amount of money we need to put in the leaf machine. I think it's been about 10 years since I've been riding on it, that none of the tubes or anything have been replaced. They're wearing through, the welds are, it's just time. We gotta get that done. Most of the other equipment used during leaf season, including backhoe and trucks, we've been working on servicing those this month, being it was cold, we were indoors. We're going to attempt to try to get started on the Conference Street water services to try to have those completed before that construction starts. So that's on the agenda for next couple weeks, months. I don't know how cold and everything it gets on how much we can do. Other than that, like I said, it was kind of slow. We put Christmas decorations up, tore our decorations down, helped with what we could help with, and we spent a little bit of time down at Walker Street Lift Station. We had some issues down there. That has been resolved and working. Hopefully it stays that way. So, other than that, that's all I've got.
I hope everybody had a good holiday season at the end of December. No real changes. Staffing's still kind of the same. We do have one person starting the academy this month. They start on the 20th. And the orientation on the 15th, so we've got one there, and we're still waiting on hear back for licensing on the other to get him started. So it's moving forward. It's just taking more time than we hoped, but at least we got one starting the academy, so they get done in June. So it's still gonna be some time. But moving forward, and I appreciate the sheriff's department helping us out on night shifts when we don't have any. I've had a few part-timers cover here and there, but it's been pretty sporadic. But they've been graciously helping us kind of manage things that over the nights that we don't have anybody there. So I do appreciate that. Learn that everything new.
City manager comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor Reinhardt. As Joe was talking about, we got the lift station working again. I think it just stresses the importance of people not flushing anything other than toilet paper. Pumps were so jammed up with rags and probably wet wipes and things like that. Caused a lot of damage to our equipment and then money that we all have to pay for as customers. So The new cameras have been installed at Kiwanis Park, so those are in operation. Big thank you to everyone involved in the Grinchmas event in December. Big thank you to Patrick and Lori, who put a lot of time and energy into this. We had a lot of really good feedback from the community and a really great turnout. And a lot of thank yous from the businesses as well. So big thank you to the entire team for all of that and volunteers. That's all I have.
Council comments, Matt?
I'm good.
Bill?
Just welcome to, forgot your name already, sorry.
Penny.
Penny, welcome aboard, good to have you. Joe, as always, you guys are doing a good job. I know it was tough with the weather there in December, but things worked out here, didn't see too many problems. That's all I got.
Larry?
Well, sounds like the Grinchmas went off very well. I've heard a lot of people say it really was neat. Christmas, Joe, you guys did a good job with putting up the decorations, taking down the decorations. I know that Lori and, what's her name? Tricia, I knew that, but she's gone now, I just can't remember that. So, anyhow, they put up a lot of nice decorations in the flower pots. Joe, the streets with snow and ice, you've done great on. Talked to Kurt the other day, and he was down and looked over some of your equipment, and he says you guys are doing a bang-up job on maintenance. And I know that they took on the job of putting that steering gear in the back truck, and I'm here to tell you, those aren't nice.
No.
And so, your equipment's being taken care of, thank you. It is really heartwarming to see that your department and wastewater, when it's a time of need, you guys come together and do the job. I wish Jerry was here because, I know those guys spend a lot of time and sometimes way into the early hours. Jake was one of them that worked till like 11 o'clock one night. And it's been not always the warmest then either. So, like I say, it's heartwarming to see our departments work together. Steve, well, at least you got one going to the academy.
Progress.
That's progress. It's got to be demoralizing to you to a point that you don't have any help, but it's coming.
We're getting there.
But thank you to the sheriff.
Potentially hoping to have another one go in August.
For helping. That makes a big difference when we all collaborate.
Hey, we've been there as well, so you know how it is.
And Brandon, no grants this month? It seems like everyone goes with a new grant.
Soon to start, never good enough.
No, but you could share about what you told us with down at the wastewater, about the matching or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we did apply for a grant to help cover some of the preliminary engineering for that project. So kind of help us nail down exactly what we want to do down there, because if there's money that can go to a different thing at the treatment plant, we're able to move some of that around. We don't have to do it for exactly what we said we would do in the grant, as long as it's being used at the treatment plant. So if we get some different engineers in there thinking to do something different, then we can reconfigure what we use the money for. As well as the fact that we can use the money from Representative Wartz's office, that state money we can use as a grant towards the federal money. So that way we don't have to bond or anything like that for that $650,000 match that we had.
So there is.
You know? It seems like he always comes at us with something, but then now we get the rest of the story and it's even better yet. That's all I have.
Rick?
Yeah, welcome aboard, Jenny.
Thank you very much.
We're excited about having you with us. It's gonna be good. Sheriff, can't say enough for your thank you for all your deputies have been doing. I know you come through town at any point in time, I noticed one somewhere around. And that's a blessing for us right now. Steve, you're getting there.
We're getting there.
You're getting there. And I really wanna, we're starting a new year, January, but there's not, appreciate so much what us council worked together last year. We accomplished a lot. And we got a lot more to work on, but we've done a lot through last year, and we've come a long ways. And I think we accomplished a lot more this year.
We're all gonna have to be nice to Joe now, cause he's on the appropriate, or the wage committee.
And Joe, like I said, you guys, your team is something else. Thank you very much.
Well,
Appreciate it. And that's it.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Thanks, Sheriff, for coming tonight. We appreciate the update. And thank you, Jim, for coming tonight too. We'll be talking amongst ourselves and with Brandon about that and see what we can come up with, so. And welcome for the 12th time. That's all I got.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Yeah, see you. Motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.